We must actually thank you, and then we are very happy and immensely grateful that you called us for and we could make all this possible so that others who are actually
Yes.
in that boat, they will benefit from
They
it.
benefit
Like
from it.
when you remove, as you said, if you remove the stigma,
Yeah.
if you remove the the thing around it which is going around in the society, definitely these ladies can come to us and to any centers also to and get
Yes.
the. Only we didn't talk about the adolescent girls and the PCOD. So,
Sure,
because
please share what you would
yeah,
like to.
PCOD actually is a very common condition now. It was very rare earlier, but polycystic ovarian disease, and polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, polycystic ovaries now, at least 30 to 40% of the girls who come to us, for ladies who come to us for infertility, they have cystic ovaries,
Okay.
which was,
Yeah,
the
the
incidence was
incidence
very low
increased.
before.
Huh.
So it has increased by 40 to 50%. Some studies are also saying 65%. And the final, the syndrome, which most of the girls are unhappy about and come to us. They come to the infertility center only even when they are not married. They are coming for obesity. They are coming for hair on the
Yes,
face,
yes.
and then acne, and
Irregular
for
periods.
irregular periods and ovulation, and. So those girls, actually I would advise that they should take the treatment even before marriage. There are certain drugs and all, because they also have this diabetic like tendency. So those kind of drugs, if you put them on one simple tablet which is very cheap, so that tablet if they take till they get married and all, like we were talking about lifestyle in the beginning
Yes,
of the talk.
yes,
So
yes.
if they do those changes, like do exercise, don't eat all this junk food and all, and avoid contact with the chemicals and all which the foods are nowadays having, like
Processed foods.
processed foods and all
Yes.
that. Yeah. So that kind of things if they avoid, then otherwise definitely they will land up in the infertility center after they are married. And some
So,
of them may conceive with simple tablets and all,
yes.
20-30%, but 70% will come to us.
So, ma'am, that because you're talking about adolescent girls, then that is something which requires help quite early in life,
Yeah, yes.
right?
The PCOD, it takes origin when the first puberty,
Yeah,
the menses come
menarche.
only, menarche come only.
So since then, if you're having a check on that girl,
Yes.
it's definitely going to make her,
Help.
fertility
Because
carrier easy.
Yes.
anovulation is a very important cause. Causes we didn't split the causes of infertility.
Huh.
30% is not having ovulation because of PCOD in younger ladies.
Okay.
Of course, older ladies not having ovulation is obvious,
pain.
like coming less and all. And other 20-30% uterine factors, other 20-30% tubal factors were very high initially.
Okay.
But now
Because
with
of
the
the
improved
infections.
socio-economic status, the tuberculosis thing coming down, and ovulation, endometriosis is one more condition where you have these large cysts and all those conditions, and these are the causes for female infertility.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is clearly a very gigantic subject, and also everybody is very unique. See, unlike like say a diabetic patient where you are clearly you're having an issue with your the management of your sugar levels. This the issue could come from any direction.
Multifactorial.
Yes, and it is without doubt that without a very deeply evolved doctor, a super specialist, you may actually go off on the wrong track altogether.
True.
Yeah, and create more damage to yourself. So yes, you do need a very understood treatment regime and experienced hands to make sure that you are on the right track and doing what is right for you, which is why I mean I was saying that this conversation actually wouldn't end even in 6 hours if we actually went into every aspect of this treatment, but fundamentally, like they say, the safest thing is to find the right person to take advice from. That's it. And try not to Google for answers and get even more confused, because I find that that is that actually increases the stress and the guilt both, right? So I was so happy when ma'am talked about the whole environment, and you also spoke about the mental state of a person undergoing treatment. And you also, Samit, said that these things, because I genuinely believe that if this is not, unlike other diseases where, okay, if I have a disease, you give me treatment, I'm done. Here I'm an active participant.
Oh.
Here I'm an active participant in the solution. You are helping me, but I'm also participating in a very big way. So my mental condition is extremely important. My emotional condition is extremely important. My faith in my doctor
Very true.
is paramount. So these aspects also you all highlighted very well, yeah, and so made for a very meaningful conversation.
Sometimes it doesn't happen that in the first itself they are conceiving. No?
Yeah.
The rest of the centers also. No?
Yeah.
She has a long journey ahead.
Yes.
So that she has to brace herself up for that journey.
Yes.
Because every time we don't have the chocolates.
No.
Sometimes we have
Wait for the
tears flowing
chocolates.
Also, like it happened for her, why it didn't happen, huh? Or they lose.
But I have a personal question for all of you. What do you feel when after all these struggles, women finally are able to conceive? Have their
We
baby?
just waiting for the pregnancy kit. First is Dr. Samit, then she, and then
You want to
kids go like that.
Yes. You want
So,
to,
Why did
And
they not
You obviously feel happy
Yes.
for the patient, and you also feel happy and
Yes.
proud of your skills as well.
yes.
But you try to be emotionally stable.
Yeah.
Why? Because you know that today you have a patient who you've helped. Tomorrow there would be another patient you might not be able to help. So it's important to be emotionally stable for both the patient as well as the doctor in this field. And after this wonderful discussion that we have, I think concluding from my side, the take-home message would be that there are specialists available, there are professionals available. So if you're suffering from infertility or any kind of male or female issues, seek help. Don't try to suppress those feelings. Don't try to suppress that anxiety. Deal with it.
Yes.
Deal with it by consulting with a professional, because you will get help.
Yes.
And ultimately, you are the people, your team, your people who are creating the awareness, a huge awareness through the newspapers, through media,
Yes.
which is equally very important, because back doors, all these things will not be noticed unless someone from this
Talks
industry
about
comes in and takes these inputs and gives it back to the society.
Yes.
So I think there you guys are playing a great role, and I'm really thankful to the entire team and
Thank you.
everyone here. Really grateful and thankful.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
kudos
much.
to all of you,
Yeah.
because we need that support.
Definitely.
Like all the people in profession need that support.
Yes.
Like something which we are doing, if supposing you call it ethical, and this thing, people get influenced by that.
See, I think the first thing we do is when you open the door is the newspaper.
No, totally.
Yeah, so
Our
that's
values
something which
and beliefs and thoughts are very,
Yeah.
very influenced by
yeah.
media.
So even with the social media, I still see so many people getting newspapers at home, and the first thing that they, and especially on a Mother's Day or a Doctor's Day or Women's Day, the first thing is what
Yeah.
is it for us?
Yes,
Obviously,
yes.
that's something which everybody is looking.
Yeah.
And when you have these kind of subject being
Talked about.
Yeah, it creates a huge
Dr.
difference.
Brewer, actually, all our studies show that the faith is and belief is more in print.
Print, definitely.
What happens is on social media, yes, it
Yeah,
is tremendous.
It's genetic, yeah.
That I would.
And and a lot of women who need that, they do keep with that and go back to it, read about it again and again. And then probably approach the doctor. Probably it might not be just you, they can approach any other fertility specialist. But somewhere there, doors have opened to approach the doctor.
Oh,
And then they
totally.
get that, confidence. Okay, this is where I fit into.
Yes.
I should go ahead and take my,
Take advice,
yeah.
and I'm sure
Till
they'll help
then
me.
they will be again skeptical about, or not have that confidence to explore.
Absolutely.
Because then they relate it with people. So there is where the relation comes in, and they say, okay, I also stand here, why don't I approach? Because the moment you write, she was like this, a 42-year-old female or a 42-year-old male having this. So hundreds relate to it.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Thousands would relate to it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that awareness, that impact is huge.
No, and then they come with confidence and they say, listen, I have this problem. Just
Yeah.
that much has been very, very, very difficult for a long time. For a very long time.
Yeah.
So,
आप मेरी माँ का ट्रीटमेंट भी करे थे, तो one of them and came and said, आप मेरे नानी को भी कितने साल का बना दे रहे मेरे को, अभी 8 years की नहीं हुई, बोले नहीं आप जब तो जल्दी शादी हो जाती थी ना, और I used to practice in old city अभी.
And then the concept of gynecologist was not just limited to fertility. She used to even a bone pain or a joint pain.
No, everything.
She would go to many gynecologist. Why will I go to not? That concept is coming now.
Yeah.
have little pain.
नहीं बिल्कुल. I there was no such
So
thing.
even now when our patients come, they'll be like, sometimes a few patients of ours who are 80s, madam, मेरे को ये दर्द है. Where is fertility and where is this dard related to? But still,
क्या वो bond बन जाता है?
We can't send them again.
especially with the women doctor,
I see them, like I say, हाँ, better, I will
that
see
is
them.
something which is